Hey everyone, Donna Nelson. Welcome to day 10 of Rooted in Wisdom, a daily dose of Donna. I'm excited to continue our little snippets of covering fear, that four-letter word that is so taboo that no one wants to talk about, the things they're afraid of and why they're afraid of them and how to even fix them. And if you don't talk about them, you can't fix them. If you don't acknowledge them, you can't fix it. So I'm going to help you with that today. So today, as I mentioned, is part 3. I didn't say that. Part 3 of fear. And we're covering confidence today. So the 2 series before this, in 8 and 9, we first covered clarity. And yesterday was on how we break connection when we're in a state of fear, not only within ourselves, but also with others we're in relationship with. And today is about confidence. This is a big one. I get this a lot. I even started a Facebook group for women on emotional confidence and how to build confidence. So confidence is something I hear all the time, and it definitely is a red flag when someone is having problems up-leveling their life, building better relationships, making more money, expanding their business, whatever those things are that people come to me with, I have this thing I want to fix. It is rooted, obviously, all of it is rooted in fear, but I can see how their confidence has been diminished over time for whatever reason. So there's lots of reasons why. So we're going to get into a little bit of that. So whether you want to up your game in business, have better relationships, make more money, have more abundance in all areas of your life, improve your mental, physical, emotional well-being, feel more deeply connected spiritually on your journey to wholeness, you need to get the wisdom based in a foundation of science and soul. And that's what we're going to be sharing here every day with you. So hop back for a few minutes to get a little more wisdom based in science and soul. All right, so what about confidence, and what does it have to do with fear? What does fear have to do with confidence? Well, one of the things that happens when we are in fear, our confidence gets diminished. Why? Because we question ourselves, and then that shows up in our presence, and then other people question whether or not we are competent. And then we shrink even more in that because they see it and then they question us, which then makes us re-question ourselves or wonder why they're questioning us. And it's just this vicious cycle that keeps going round and round. Oh, I wonder how my audio is because I don't have my mic on. So my audio has just been crazy the last couple weeks. Can't figure it out. So with that, then we turn into often these behaviors of people pleasing. Why? Because we feel unworthy. We feel like now we have to prove ourselves. We feel we have to justify our knowledge. And then we move from this place of competence and knowing that shows up and feels like confidence to us to feeling often getting into a state of depression, uncertainty about ourselves. Then we start self-loathing and the depression gets worse, or we just generally don't feel good about ourselves. And this is all this inner work that then we get into having unhealthy boundaries because we've let people maybe take advantage of us or act in certain ways around us that then we can maybe look like a pushover, which looks like we don't have good confidence, or move into people pleasing. Again, for looking for that approval, because when we think we have approval from others, that we would feel confident, and that is not true. So here's how we deal with building more confidence and getting out of this fear having an impact on our confidence. And that is taking micro steps. So assessing, what am I afraid of? What in this moment has triggered my fear? And what would make it better? So asking yourself these really good questions about, okay, how would I like to feel? How would I have liked this to have played out? But what's really going on that's triggering this emotion? What's the story that's going on in my head? And how do I change that? And what is that one little micro step that I could change, taking an action that would immediately change the energy out of fear? And taking that action in itself might be fearful, but when we take these little micro steps, and a micro step could be changing my mindset around it. So I'm going to shift my belief from whatever was just going on in my head when I started to feel triggered or feel this fear, to what is the new belief I should have about myself? What is the real truth in this situation? But that another micro step could be to just get up and move your energy so that you don't go into this spiral of now I'm not feeling confident, so now I'm going to shrink in my desk or pick up my phone and just bury myself in there, or lash out in anger, retaliate, or have a sarcastic remark, or some defense mechanism that is completely unhealthy and not going to help you or the person you're in relation with. So taking a micro step, the benefit of doing that is that it's going to build confidence. And the way that happens is every time we take a positive micro step in the direction toward a better outcome. So a better outcome for how we feel within, a better outcome for an outward result, whatever it is, taking that one micro step, it actually, the reward center of your brain is saying yes. And it's giving you a little dose of dopamine. And that dopamine is one of those feel-good neurotransmitters that encourages us to do that again. So now, as long as this is a positive behavior, you'll keep building your confidence because your body is naturally going to want that feel-good feeling. So it could be a million things, right? But whatever those kinds of things are, where you're starting to feel anxious, what's that one behavior that you could do? Changing your belief. It's most impactful when we do a physical change, right? So it could get up and do something, take a positive step toward maybe helping someone else or changing up the environment, whatever those things are. But that's making a positive step because you've determined what that positive step should be. And then when you do that, your brain is being rewarded because it's going, yes, good job. And that good job, meaning you now acknowledge, I took a step. I stepped out of fear. I made one action micro step forward toward a better outcome, toward changing this fear or changing this situation. And that dopamine is, you're going to want that over and over. And as you continue to do that, you're changing those fear structures in your brain. You're starting to break those up in that emotional center of your brain, making them weaker and weaker because you're building reward centers that are stronger and stronger. And that is going to help build your confidence. So one of the challenges in business and in relationships and in our money and whatever those areas in our wellness, right? Whether it's trying to lose weight or improve our physical appearance, whatever those things are, in our overall well-being, is that sometimes we're afraid to take risk because our confidence has been so diminished that taking risk is really scary. So the more that you take these micro steps, you're building your risk factor. So one of the things people have said to me forever and a day is about my confidence. I have great confidence. And it's not that I feel super great about myself all the time, but my confidence projects because I will take action. I'm a great risk taker. I don't care about loss because I know that I can work through whatever that is. I know that my resilience, that I can tolerate whatever the discomfort is, working through that failure or getting through the discomfort of learning. So when you take those micro steps, you're building your tolerance for risk and discomfort, and then you'll be building your confidence at the same time. All right, so I hope that was helpful. So tell me something, that an action step that you can take, that you've decided, or maybe that you need help with, to help build your confidence up a bit more. Make a comment in the thread, what the action step is, how it's going to help you feel better about taking that action, and you know that it'll help build your confidence. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.